Hello again. This is George Shears with Chapter 5 of A Modern Pilgrim's Progress, my long journey in discovering non-duality. And if you've not been exposed to the first 4 chapters, you'll find them all on my YouTube channel, along with this one. Around 1949, my Uncle George and a cadre of other GPC chiropractors set up a training program there on Sunrise Ranch, as it was called, with the aim of teaching the theory and practice of giving attunements. This 6-month training was offered to chiropractors and others who were motivated to become quote unquote servers, as its graduates were called. Those who received their services were called quote unquote servees. Uncle George's stepson, Jim Wellemeyer, who was a recently trained chiropractor, was on the faculty. The basic theoretical foundation in this training consisted in the core spiritual teachings of Lloyd Meeker, also known as quote unquote Unranda. Although he had only a 4th-grade education, Unranda, as he was called, was very eloquent in imparting a highly esoteric, symbolic understanding of Christianity and the Old Testament. It construed the quote unquote good news of Jesus mainly as intending to create quote unquote heaven on earth, rather than emphasizing quote pie in the sky when you die unquote. It strongly promoted actually emulating Jesus, based on his key teaching that, quote, the works I do shall ye do also, and greater works than these shall ye do, because I go unto my Father, unquote. Attunements, then, were mainly understood as a means to this end, and servers, accordingly, were the divine emissaries to carry it out. At my Uncle George's suggestion, I got on the emissaries' mailing list and regularly received transcripts of Unranda's teachings. I now recognize that they provided an important basic foundation for the rest of my spiritual journey. They also kindled in me a strong desire to make a pilgrimage to Sunrise Ranch, which became a reality shortly after my high school graduation in May 1953. By working on road construction, I earned enough for a bus ticket to Loveland, Colorado. I then spent 6 glorious weeks in residence there, lovingly mentored by my cousin, Jim Wellemeyer, and warmly included in the emissary communal group there. I now recognize that this far-reaching decision was an important instance of what I call inner guidance that has subsequently blessed me repeatedly throughout my life. Needless to say, my adolescent peers offered little understanding or support for this seemingly weird and compelling mission that, interestingly, even outweighed the passionate love I felt for my girlfriend at that time. Through a strong distaste for all forms of dogma, however, I later became disenchanted with some of the rigid beliefs of the emissaries that seem sadly intrinsic to all organized religion. Very interestingly, however, I now regard their main mission as strongly congruent with non-duality. So this is the end of Chapter 5, and I will continue soon with Chapter 6. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and bye for now.